must tell my audience, on the behalf of African Ascent, of course, how much I personally missed you for not having been interacting with you for the past 1 month or so. African Ascent, incidentally, was on a short vacation. Tonight, then, African Ascent comes back fully equipped to entertain you, to enlighten you, to interact with you in more than one way. As you know, most of the series that African Ascent has been conducting for the past 3 or 4 years have been heavily academic. That is not to say that African Ascent did not invite film directors, producers, activists, and scholars, but that in general the tone and the framework for African Ascent has been apologetically academic. African Ascent now is taking a different turn. We've taken a turn towards the business world, and the first guest that I have decided to invite and share with you is both a Reverend Araia, quite well known, highly respected, conspicuously present in the religious activities of the Ethiopian community and beyond. In addition to that, he does something which is characteristically unique. He's also an accomplished technician, a mechanic who owns an emerging business that he tells me is on the verge of being expanded, called Auto Inc. Nagash. I hope I have said it correctly. If I haven't, you'll be up to correcting it for us. So, once again, it's African Ascent's particular pleasure to be able to produce these emerging business persons who would be relevant to the lives of many of you out there, the ones who watch us, who recognize us on the streets, and who attend our programs. So African Ascent has made this special effort then to open your eyes to the struggles, the triumphs, the tribulations, the plans and the dreams of a businessman in the form of an auto mechanic. And after that, I would also encourage you to stay tuned for 2 weeks from now. African Ascent will be presenting you a very special program that I have tentatively called Liberal Arts at Berklee College of Music, which will be orchestrating and staging Berklee College of Music's professors, writers, and many other types. So stay tuned for that. That series will begin on the 27th of this month. So for tonight then, let's learn as much as we can from this businessman who is also a religious figure. Welcome to African Ascent.
Thank you.
It's my great pleasure
to
have you in and ask you lots of questions from the standpoint of wanting to learn from you. And I'm sure my audience out there too will be keenly attentive to what you have to say. So take your time and introduce them to the business, to your craft, to the challenge, to the plans, so forth and so on. So what I thought we should do, if you concur, is perhaps we should begin by a brief discussion about your childhood. Why don't we begin there?
My childhood was, I was raised in a middle-class family, basically. He's well known, he's governor, or he was a war hero, sportman, running, marathon, and boxing, as well as some other business as well. So as a childhood, my mother died when I was 3 months, so I was raised by my grandfather family. Then usually that time it was the communist regime. The situation in Ethiopia was bad. So there was a lot of killing happening during that time, the communist regime, the white terror, the red against the red terror. So we were the victim of that. So I was told by my grandfather to train as a skill, to learn a lot of skill. And so and I took the word and I go forward to it. And I started learning when I was really 12, very young. I started learning mechanic. So from that point, I just kept going during the daytime. I just do as mechanic training. Then at nights, I really attend school. Then there was some situation that the government's after me, looking after some. Then I had to flee to another country, to Sudan, like everybody else is.
Of course, yeah.
So I have stayed for a few years as a refugee in Sudan. And I was really serving the church as a Sunday school student.
I see.
Also doing on the side as a mechanic. And I got married with my lovely wife. And then I was able to get a chance to come to the United States. That was back in 1990, May 15. I arrived in Boston. This is where I have been here. Since then, I'm really blessed with two beautiful children, Behailu and Jerusalem. I'm really also a granddaddy.
Already, you're a granddad
so,
already.
You know, attending school, Franklin Institute, Automotive Technology. That's where I attended school. Also, I took some courses in Roxbury Community College. I'm still going beyond to become an automotive engineer, doing a lot of stuff. This moment's really business and learning every day in the hybrid trainings as well. With any technology, we have to update, you know, the new things, the new technology. We have to really compete, beat the market. There's a lot of competition around. So
I can imagine.
So
yeah.
that's why I'm here, and today it's just there's a lot of going on right now, and learning, working hard. It was a lot of challenge during that 7 years. Actually, it will be our anniversary. Nagash Auto Service Inc. is being already corporate right now. So it will be our anniversary, 7 years anniversary on August 15, this coming August. So there's a lot of going on. We have a friend, we have a new accountant we hired to get this business forward, beyond even doing a lot of projects to expand the business. We're really working hard to get to the next level.
To the next level. Now,
yes.
I was recently reading about the lives of technicians, auto mechanics like yourself, and quite a few of them indicate in the literature that they began this career of attending to cars, as you noted, very early on. Some also note that when they were students, almost all of them say that they were excellent in math and the natural sciences. Was that also true about you? Take me back to your high school days, the subjects that you took.